Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nancy and this is Oatmalk. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing a whole week of wholesome, whole food, plant-based vegan eats. And I eat a high carb, low fat vegan diet because that makes me feel my best. And that has really helped me lose 25 pounds and get into the best shape of my life over the past year. So that is what I follow, and I'm going to share with you my whole week of vegan eats. I got this idea because I did my meal prep on Sunday, so I wanted to show you some of my recipes and meals that I would make throughout the week using up everything that I got at the farmer's market and meal prep. It's a lot of stir fries, a lot of oatmeal. Some of the recipes might be repeated throughout the week, but this is an honest to goodness representation of what I would eat throughout the week. Super simple. I love making my meals very simple, very mindless, especially during the week. And then on the weekend, I might get a little bit more creative with some of my recipes. I like to keep it simple during the week and then mix it up on the weekend. But without further ado, let's get into my full week of vegan eats. One of my favorite ways to start any morning is gotta be oatmeal. Like, it just has to be. So today I did a combo of my rolled oats with steel cut oats over the stove, and I wanted to add in a nice little veggie moment into my oatmeal. So today I opted for grated zucchini. I don't always do this. Normally I have frozen cauliflower, but I forgot to get it this week, so zucchini it was. And then I added in some wild frozen blueberries as well as some raspberries. And then I topped it with my favorite PB Fit peanut butter powder, hemp seeds, flax seeds, and a few cacao nibs, and they were so good. And I enjoyed that. It looks quite large, but there's a half a zucchini in there. And then for lunch, I opted for a salad. It is almost mango season, which I am so excited about. So I have some mangoes I picked up at the farmer's market, and I just started chopping all my veggies that I didn't already pre-chop in my meal prep. And then I just went ahead and topped with everything I had in my refrigerator. So that was some carrots, tomatoes, sweet bell pepper, cucumber, cabbage, and onion. And then I went ahead and added in my mango and avocado. And for my dressing, I just used some coconut aminos and a little bit of black pepper. It was so good, and make sure to chop it with scissors. Makes a difference. And then on my side, I just made these little protein buns, and it's basically just vital wheat gluten and water, and I added some spices like onion powder and garlic powder and put them in the air fryer for like 12 minutes on 350. These ones didn't get as big and fluffy, but it's basically seitan. I basically made quick seitan, and then I had a side of potato wedges. And for my mid-afternoon snack, I had an orange. And then we moved on to dinner. So I just had all of my veggies pre-chopped, and I'm gonna make a chickpea stew. It is so good. Like, literally so good and so easy if you meal prep everything. So I just added in my spices, which was some curry powder, turmeric, cumin, and then I added in a little dollop of better than bouillon, and I let that kind of caramelize together with the carrots and zucchini and onions. And oh yeah, and I added a little bit of mushroom. Basically, this is an everything but the kitchen sink stew. And I had some tomato paste and chickpeas, obviously, to that, and then 3 cups of water. And that was the perfect amount to make it like thick and stew-like. And then I had some beautiful spinach that I got from the farmer's market. Added that, and some frozen peas, because I think peas go in every stew. And then I just plated it up with a side of rice that I had already cooked for my meal prep. And look how good that looks. Ugh, I love it. Any kind of curry, I'm here for. So I had some of that. And then as my little nightcap, I had a hot chocolate that I just made in my milk frother, so some oat milk, cacao powder, and stevia, and that was so rich and creamy and delicious. That brings us to Tuesday. So on Tuesday, I opted for a smoothie bowl, ayo. So I just had some frozen banana, some frozen raspberries, a little bit of chocolate protein powder, and some kale. And then I added in a splash of soy milk and water to help it blend and get all creamy and dreamy. The color isn't the most appetizing, but the taste is there, y'all. It is there. So I added that to my cute little coconut bowl and I plated her up. Look how thick. And I just added some cacao nibs, rice cereal, and strawberries. Now for lunch, it was just leftovers, which is great. And then here's my little snacky poo. I just had one yellow apple and a side of PB Fit peanut butter powder. Delicious, my favorite snack. And then I also had another snack that day, which was just chopped up veggies and hummus. Alright, we've come to dinner, and this might be my favorite dinner of the week. It is potato nachos, y'all. So for my potatoes, I did a mix of sweet potatoes and regular potatoes and put them in the oven to broil and get all crispy. For my little stir-fry mix that I like to add on top, I just added some water to a pan with onions, mushrooms, zucchini, and some more sweet peppers. And I just sauteed that all together with some kale thrown in at the end. And I just added it with like a little salt and pepper, nothing crazy. And I took my potatoes out so they got all crispy in the oven, plated it up. I just had a can of refried beans, fat-free refried beans, topped it with my stir-fry mix, and some more chopped veggies, so tomatoes, a little cheese sauce, I had some pickled red cabbage, a quarter of an avocado, some green onion, and salsa, and oh my god, I think I'm gonna make this tonight because I have all the ingredients. So good. And then I gave up on using it as a chip, so I got a fork. Ding! To end the day, I had one homemade chocolate chip cookie I had made over the weekend. Heyo, happy hump day. So for Wednesday, I had some more oats. So I had a fresh mango that I chopped, and then in my oatmeal, I added half a zucchini, some cacao powder to make it chocolatey, and my rolled in steel cut oats. Topped it with the mango, some more cacao nibs, and PB Fit, and it was so good. Really random, but I loved it. It was so delicious. Pretty much, I like any oatmeal. I don't discriminate. And then for lunchy poo, we had some air-fried tempeh that I put in the air fryer for about like 10 minutes to get crispy. And then I made my salad. I attempted to weigh and measure and track my food this day. Let me tell you, it ain't for me. I only did it on Wednesday. But I just had my veggies in a bowl, topped it with my leftover refried beans, the mango, and chopped it up. And then I needed like a creaminess, so I added an avocado and a little bit of balsamic glaze as my dressing. And then I got my tempeh out of the air fryer. And then I added in a little bit of sweet potato for a starchy moment. And it looks weird, but it honestly tastes so good. For my snack that day, I had a homemade granola bar. And then for dinner, my favorite salad of all time, a sushi bowl salad. And I just added all of my chopped veggies, some chopped pineapple, edamame beans, some corn, and avocado because can't have sushi without avocado. And then I topped it with green onions and seaweed. And then short grain brown rice. And to dress it with, I had some rice wine vinegar, soy sauce, coconut aminos, and mixed it all together, and it was so good. and I had that with a side of protein buns, and it was the same recipe from Monday, but these ones got way fluffier. Alright, we've come to Thursday and we're back to smoothie bowl action, no measuring, and I am just doing a berry chocolate smoothie with some kale, and I blended it with just water today, and it was so good and so thick. Look at that. It's like an acai bowl but with no acai. So, yeah. But I topped it with some flaxseed, some cacao nibs, and a little bit of homemade granola, and it was so tasty. And then for lunch today, I just chopped up a serving size of tofu and plopped it in the air fryer. And yeah, and then I chopped up my asparagus because they were about to go off because I did forget about them. So I had some of that. I just sauteed it with a little garlic powder and salt and water, and they were so good. So good. And then I had these beautiful oyster mushrooms. Oh my god. If you find these at the farmer's market, buy them and just saute them with salt and pepper, and they're so good. So good. And I had that with my side of air fried tofu and some more Japanese sweet potato on the side as my little starch action. And since I didn't dress the tofu, I topped it with ketchup. Call me weird, I don't care. But it was one of my favorite lunches, and it's so easy to whip up. Highly recommend. And as a quick snack, I just had some pineapple. Don't judge the portion sizes because I had quite a few. Then for dinner, I had 4 protein buns because I went out to dinner with my sister, and I just got 1 veggie sushi roll and a miso soup. Friday calls for oatmeal. That's what I had. So I just did microwaved oatmeal, but I did my rolled oats and steel cut oats with 2 cups of water and popped it in the microwave with a little bit of cinnamon, and I cooked it for about 2 to 3 minutes, stirring occasionally, and I added in my favorite wild blueberries, some of this pistachio extract, which I don't recommend, won't do it again, and then some soy milk, a little bit of stevia, and a tablespoon of PB Fit peanut butter powder, and topped it with a little bit of pistachios. But like I said, don't recommend pistachio extract. And then for lunchy, I had some air fried potatoes, and then a big stir fry of whatever veggies I had left in my refrigerator, and some teriyaki coconut aminos. This was so good. There's a going trend. There's a lot of stir-fried veggies on my menu this week, and I just plated it up with a little bit of air-fried tempeh, just a couple of slices, and I had that for lunch with my potatoes and a little bit of ketchup, not pictured. For snacky, I had an orange, and then we go to dinner time, and I made this delicious creamy red pepper pasta sauce with cashews, jarred red pepper, and some white beans, and then I added in a little nutritional yeast and tomato paste, not pictured, also a garlic clove, and that made it taste so tasty. And for my pasta noodles, I just used the gluten-free rice noodles from Trader Joe's, and they were delicious. And now a moment of silence for the creamy, dreamy pasta stir. I can't. It's so good. And I just added some frozen peas for my vegetable. It's Friday, so I'm running out of my veggies. And then I topped with red pepper flakes. And then I totally forgot I had Brussels sprouts, so I just air fried some Brussels sprouts with some balsamic glaze, garlic powder, and salt. And I cooked them in the air fryer for like 10 minutes at 350. This was so good. I think I'm gonna make it again this week. But that is it, guys. That is my week of eats. Super easy, super healthy. Let me know what you think. Would you make any of my recipes? I don't know. Would you even call them recipes? I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.